Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we will be looking at Galxe, or this coin is called GAL, which is GAL, as you can see here. So the reason I am covering this coin is because I think it has a potential to go up or even grow. So basically GAL has a various products. Their most popular products are their reward scheme. So basically many of the projects actually use Galxe coin, Galxe ecosystem, and they list their activities, and people can actually use Galxe app or Galxe website to use and contribute to those projects and get their points and even earn airdrop. So another solution they have is actually Galxe credentials and Galxe passport and even Galxe ID. So they have a lot of things going on. As you can see here, they also have a mobile app, as you can see, which is pretty good for them. They also have a lot of partners. So and if we do look at their mobile app downloads, and we can actually see they have over 100k downloads, which is pretty high for their Android. And in terms of iPhone, or in terms of they do not have an app for iOS, so which may not be a good as of now, but once they do, I think it will grow even more. So in terms of their solution, as you can see here, they have over 16 million users. They have 4.8k trusted brands. They even have done over 62k campaign launched, which is pretty big. They also have generate over 11 million gas fees, which is pretty high. So if you look at the networks, they are on a lot of networks. As you can see, they are on Ethereum, Polygon, BNB, Base, ZK Sync, Optimism, Growly Testnet, Arbitrum, Linea, Scroll, and others. So they have a lot of, as you can see, these are a lot of things on their network. So they have a lot of potential in terms of their partnership and other. So if we look at their news, and as of now, they actually had Galxe March expedition campaign, and beside that there was nothing. Welcome to the Galxe chain world. So this was actually pretty old one. So they also have an AI, so they are also getting into the AI as well, which is pretty good for them. So in terms of their token is basically a DAO token, or which is the governance token. Beside that, it is also used for paying for application module fees. Developers who aim to utilize Galxe credentials data, so credential data, you have to keep that in mind, can use they will need to use GAL token for fees. So in terms of paying for Galxe Oracle engines and Oracle credential API, so they also have something called Oracle engine. They also have a curating digital credential. So curator can utilize the GAL token to signal a credential data sets each value. So it does have a good utility. It's not that great, but still it's pretty good. So another thing you have to keep in mind, that its supply. So it has only 200 million supply, that is a max supply, and as of now half of it is in the circulation. So if we look here, according to their official GAL tokenomics sheet, its circulating supply is around 107 million. And as you can see here, we are around Feb of 2024, so their supply will increase slowly. So if we do look at this point, which is okay, so by January of 2025 they will have a circulating supply of around 140 million, which is not that much increase if you look at other tokens. So that is pretty good. So in terms of cliff, they have some cliff coming into 25 days, as you can see here, which are team tokens and marketing and community. So I think that we could see a team token, we could see some sale pressure from the marketing, because they could be using it for marketing and such. Beside that, as you can see here, this is the by 2028 most of the token will be in circulation. So half of its supply is already in circulation, half of it will come in coming 4 years, which is pretty decent, because I think the demand will actually increase slowly. So in terms of solution, we are actually discussed that. So in terms of the investor, they raised actually around $10 million, which is pretty good. And they had 3 rounds, as you can see here. The biggest round was this one, Galxe A series, where there were around 26 investors. So let's just hope they do not have Alameda Research, because they could be selling. So they did have a Solana Ventures and Mirana and other things. So that was still pretty good. 26 investors is a lot of big a lot of investors, and that 10 millions is a lot of capital. In terms of biggest one, their lead investor was the Multicoin and Dragonfly Capital. So if we look at Multicoin investments, they have actually done 127 investments, and these include a lot of coins. They even invested in Psi, which is pretty good. So I think overall the coin does have a lot of potential. In terms of their governance, there is actually nothing going on. As you can see here, the last one was 1 month ago, which is not that good. So the most of the demand for GAL may come from governance, and as of now there is not that much demand for it on the governance side. So in case of listing, GAL is available on most of the exchanges, you can see here, though including Coinbase, Binance, even others. So in terms of that, it does have a less room to grow, because sometimes what happens that some coins are not listed on most of the exchanges, and once they get the listing, the exposure to investor increases, and the coin actually gets some market cap and actually pumps without any reason. But as for GAL, it is already listed on those exchanges, so that may not be good, but still it does have a room to grow because it has only 450 million market cap. So in terms of the category, it comes into a social file, NFTs, Binance Launch Pool, identity, even zero knowledge proof, even Coinbase Venture. So in terms of its growth, or in terms of the overall project potential, it does have a potential. So in terms of its market cap, it only has 450 million market cap, so that is still pretty low. So if we consider it, let's just say that the Bitcoin consolidates and gets in the sideways, and the altcoin starts pumping, and I think GAL could actually hit at least 1 billion market cap, because if we do look at it, its max, as you can see, it did went above $17, which was pretty high, and it has been slowly going up again. So I think it could actually hit 1 billion market cap, and if that happens, I think the $10 is a possibility. In terms of entry, I think it is not a safe entry as of now, because it has pumped so much. As you can see here, it went from as low as from 0.8 or $1 to $4, which is actually 400% up from its all-time low. So in terms as of now, it has been going up pretty much, as you can see here. So it is actually better to wait for proper entries before buying in. So the first entry would be around, I guess, it's lower around 2.5 to 2.4, which you will have to put the order to get the sniper entry. As you can see, it came from 3.7 to this level, and the entry did happen here, and most of the traders actually got this trade and are in profit as of now. And this is unlikely that it would come here pretty soon, but still it is a pretty good entry. And you can it is if you are looking for a really quick trade or really risky entries, this entry is also pretty good, around 3.4 to 3.35. So in terms of its long-term entries, if you are really interested in this coin, and you want to enter and you want to get into the cost average and want to enter it in the long run, I think you can actually enter at 0.18 if it does come, or even at this point 1.5, or even at this point 1.2. You can also enter at this point actually as well. $2 seems pretty good as well. So in terms of its price, I think it does have a potential to go above $10 if the demand does come, but as of now, you have to keep in mind that it does have a good resistance around. It does have a good resistance here. So if it does crosses this resistance, I think it could be heading towards at least $7 to $6, and that could actually happen. So let's just look at okay, so do we have any other resistance here? So we do have actual resistance around, at this point, around $7.1 we have a resistance. So I think if it does cross this one, I think it could be heading towards $7 point as well. So this was it. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thank you.